Exercise 10. Imagine you are playing white and you want to win this position. Would you consider the move queen to h4 as a good one? Now, the solution, queen to h4, is a terrible move because it just loses straight up the game. White cannot take the queen back due to the back rank mate. The reason why I'm showing you this example is because it's my own game. I was playing it 15 years ago in an open against a much weaker opponent who had only 1800 Elo. And I simply didn't think about his options at all. My whole reasoning was that I'm, pressing, and queen to h4 is a good move, positionally speaking, and I simply neglected all the possibilities that he can try to win himself, and in one move I lost a game where I had a huge advantage. Position number 11, it's black to move. Now to the solution. Obviously you have only two moves that you can consider, taking with the bishop or with the pawn on h5. And actually your position as black is terrible in either way, but one move is certainly better. Most of the students have shown this position, they took with the pawn simply due to the reason that it makes your pawn's structure better. But the move loses straight away due to queen takes g4 and followed by rook h1 mate. So this looks positionally better for most of the students that solved it, but bishop takes h5 is certainly the better move. Black obviously is still in a disadvantage, but at least here he can make some tricks and hope for white's mistake, whereas in the other case he's already lost. Position number 12, it's black to move again. Now to the solution. Again, this is a game from my student with black. And in this position, black is certainly fine. He has many options. He can take the pawn, queen to e1 is an interesting check. But instead, he also noticed the move bishop to b5, which is also an active move. And this is a pin, and potentially this pin might win the exchange, which is worth more than the pawn. The sad part is that he missed white's reply, so he touched the bishop, he wanted to move it to b5, noticed that it would lose to rook c8, and he lose the game. He still managed to see, if this is not working, then I have to move the bishop somewhere, and the only square that's left is bishop to e8. But it still loses eventually the bishop due to the pin. So it's important to spot the move bishop to b5, but this move isn't working, and instead rook takes e2 gives just the pawn advantage. Or if you really want to do the best, then giving the check first. It's not a mate because white can defend obviously, but now you're threatening to take the next pawn and you have a huge advantage as black. Instead, black lost this game.